Hello,
everybody.
Oh, look at that.
Let me say hello first. Hello.
Okay. You happy?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, this is Phil Rosenthal.
And Ray Romano, the first episode of season 4.
Welcome, everybody. This is now season 4. We're all fat and lazy, and we don't care anymore. We're on.
We have money in this. No, not really. Not crazy money.
Not like today.
Somebody introduced me so I can
We're
chime
making
in.
a living. Oh, we're here. We have a guest with us, the writer of this episode, Lou Schneider, one of our writers.
Lou. They're not booing. They're saying Lou.
You can boo at home, everybody.
So this episode is called Boob Job, and it was inspired by Lou and his sad...
My sad
Tell us the
marriage.
story, Lou.
Oh, this is too sad. What happened was, as you'll see in the thing, is the husband, Ray is the husband in this one, I think.
Yes.
He says in a moment of discussion with his wife, they happen to know a woman who's had a boob job, and Ray makes a big deal out of how great that is.
Now, Lou, you haven't done this before, but they know what happens in our show. Tell us what happened in your real life.
Oh yeah, well
That
see,
inspired
to
it.
inspire
yeah, see
the
what
show.
happened was I was at a thing that was terribly boring, and while I was being bored, my wife was upstairs with the hostess of the party that was boring, and the hostess showed my wife her beautiful new breasts. And then my wife later on told me that she had gotten the guided tour of this woman's upper body, and I couldn't believe that I'd had to watch a crappy Super Bowl, and she'd gotten to touch all the great things in the house. and I went crazy, and my wife got
All
mad
the
at me.
knickknacks.
Yeah. The knickknacks, exactly, right, the tchotchkes. And my wife got mad at me for saying, for reacting so favorably toward the things.
So this scene we're seeing right now.
Oh, this is the party. This is the boring
really
party.
happened to you.
Say now here.
So this really happened to you.
Yeah. And she's
And
got great
the wife comes over and she tells you, guess what I just did.
That's right.
So at this time in the story and your real life,
Right.
you reacted badly?
I just, I jumped up and down a little, I said, oh, you're kidding. I was watching this crappy Super Bowl. It was actually a Super Bowl party. And
I don't
my
think there's
wife-
anything wrong with being enthused. Your wife's telling you saw her breast.
Right, she knew.
Yeah.
She told me this.
It's not like
She told you to get a reaction.
You
out of
can't
it.
pretend
What did
you...
she, I don't know
Yeah.
what she wanted.
You're not going to pretend you hate breasts.
Right.
Well, no, you
Right.
two you're married, and if you're married to someone, you're their friend, and your friend is coming over to guess what I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, when my pal
Yes,
came
when
over
your
to tell me
pal
about...
wife comes
Right.
over.
You
Yeah,
know what?
soulmate.
It was a no-win situation, because if you said, "Oh, big deal," she would have went, "Oh, that's the reaction you give me. You can't share something
Last
with me."
time I tell you a story.
Right.
You know what? I'm going to ask for my alimony to be cut down because this. You're right. You
No,
guys
you're
are
not
absolutely
divorced.
Right, I'm not divorced. No, my marriage made it because we got a good episode out of it. But
Well, then
see,
what happened? You went home, and what happened
Went
that
home,
night?
and there was a tender moment. We were together, and she said
But
to
you think
me,
it's over. You think
Oh, yeah.
you think the story is over. She
I'm
told you what happened.
I'm dealing with the breasts I'm used to. It's fine.
so
Everything's
now
fine.
you're home, and
Right.
it's just a regular evening at home. We're forgetting about the thing
Yeah,
that happened
sure,
at the
until
party.
my wife brings it up and says, "You don't think I need a boob job, do you?"
And what were you doing at this moment?
Oh, geez. Well, it wasn't the typical evening because we were actually
You
know,
were having
that's just
relations
having relations
with your friend.
with my friend. Yeah, see, that's why the friend analogy isn't
That
perfect.
no, it is good. That's why you get married, because you have this friend who then also you get upstairs.
Yeah, see, okay. So exactly. So we're upstairs in the upstairs area.
And you're in a romantic way with her,
Correct.
right?
That's how I would put it. Right. And she says, in a moment that is not really one that I think lends itself to great discussion.
Or any talking.
Right.
We don't need talking.
We've already talked. Didn't we talk at the party?
Well, yeah.
I think our discussion is over. She says, "You don't think I need a boob job, do you?"
which
Oh.
is not. That's just another version of the "Am I fat?" question.
Right.
Maybe more dangerous than
Because listen what he says.
I said. Not if you think it's stupid, which is what she had said before when she dismissed it as
But
a
see,
dumb
that's
thing to do.
But did you know the moment you said it, that's the wrong answer.
Oh,
You
sure.
said, let's make this clear. You said, "Not if you think it's stupid."
I said, because she had said, "Oh, I think it's stupid how women would do such a thing." Blah 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 blah. And I'm not blah 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 blah. That she's more intelligent than blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
I said that. And
You
she
also hesitated before you answered, right?
said, I think there was great.
See, because I think you're dead at the hesitation. If you
Yeah.
hesitate,
Well-
if you don't say, Do you think I need a boob job? If you don't say, no, of course not, immediately you are dead.
Right, I know now that the only answer is your body is perfect, honey, darling.
Right.
You know, she should have just not even asked the question. She should have just punched you. Like, you know,
Save
don't
time.
even ask the question because you
right.
can't
Go right
win.
to the punching.
We could have won. We could have moved so much faster. But you know what? There was part of me that was mad, and that's why I hesitated, because I wanted to say, you got some nerve asking that question at a time like this.
When I'm busy here.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm trying to concentrate.
Yes.
But I did, but that was the hesitation, and then there was the not if you think it's stupid, which is also a little. Yeah, I don't like your question. I was
Now,
getting.
did relations at that moment? How do you put this
No,
delicately?
I wanna
Did they
say-
cease,
Oh,
or
my God.
or did we have a successful finale to the relations of that night?
Well, this is why I can't ever give the DVD as a Christmas gift to anybody.
Because I said that.
No, because I'm about to answer.
Oh, go ahead.
because
Oh, we owe it to the fans.
because yeah, the fans should know. Things proceeded as usual.
As
Under a yellow caution, like the Indy 500,
So-
under a caution.
Flag on the
So
play.
It was a flag.
So the play was completed. Flag on the
So
play.
things
Now you
was-
go back and
to
revisit
review,
it.
yes,
Yes.
then
Now
we
we
was
as
review the
usual
play.
means in 40 seconds it was over.
Yes.
ESPN was on, and,
And I was
you were
asleep
crying.
the next morning when I woke up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh man. The next morning when I woke up, I came to work after a very quiet breakfast and told these fellas what had happened.
Oh, you mean so it wasn't mentioned again?
It was end of story.
It was chilly in my house in the morning.
But he's
Oh.
not bringing it up. We're just getting the cold shoulder now.
I think it was just cold shoulder. I remember that it was just cold shoulder. There was some apologizing, of course, on my part, but it didn't take.
Right.
Didn't stick.
Right.
So I
But
came
you
to
knew
work.
you knew you had probably said the wrong thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
And everyone's on the writing staff seemed to think that
Yes. We
I
thought you
had,
said
but
the right
understood.
thing.
They thought they understood, but
'Cause
they
we
knew
have
I
a
was in trouble.
story now.
So then I said, well, what do we do? You can't, And then Phil, you said, I said, what do we do? He can't. He said, Ray should react this way. That's a great reaction. And I said, well, but can't give Deborah a boob job to have him feel bad or something. You go, yes, we can. And so
She can pretend.
she pretended.
Yes.
And
Is this it now? Is this the scene?
Well, here's
where-
the scene.
This is the tender scene.
But here's how we clean it up for television. It's after
Right.
the action,
Right.
right?
Pajamas are on.
Yes.
Nothing proper about what you just did, young lady.
I see.
So that's Lou on the left and Liz on the right.
On the right.
Yeah.
It's just, we just mixed up the heights. My wife in reality is much taller than I am.
The thing about the writer's room is we know each other very well. These are some of my best friends in the room. We're all best friends. We see each other like right after this. We'll go for lunch. I mean, so we all know these intimate details of each other's lives. When Lou came in to tell us the story, he wasn't really telling us the story to get an episode out of it. He's telling us
No,
the
it's
story
like- it's like
to
therapy.
share like
It was
therapy.
as if you would talk to a friend.
But I'm not the friend your wife is. And
No.
in fact, slide over a little bit.
But I would have told you. By the way, I would have told you all of that story if I'd
Yes.
been to if I'd seen someone with a boob job. I might have just told you that. And
Right.
if my wife had gotten to touch those boobs, I certainly would have told you that. I would have
Right.
told you everything. And so then I had to tell you everything anyway.
So you told us everything, and then we say, aha, since we have no story, how
Right.
about this one?
How about right? How about that's a story you say?
But
Yeah.
then we need to flesh it out and figure out what's going to happen.
And I
Right.
thought with the money I made on the episode, maybe I'd give my wife a nice gift or surgery. No,
Now look, see,
no, I'm back in the loop.
here's Patty looking at herself and doubting.
Feeling inadequate.
Yes.
Here's what's ironic
Yes, this is
Here
ironic
it
about
comes.
that moment.
because when she looked at herself,
Yeah.
she didn't feel ironic at all.
Well, she,
In real,
the actress, and we didn't know this when Lou came in to tell us the story, and then we write a script called Boob Job, and it's so good that we're going to make it the premiere of season 4.
Oh no.
We don't know that when we start rehearsal, the first week back, the actors have had a vacation, that during that vacation, the actress herself has had a boob job.
now the reason we
talk
saying this
about it,
publicly is
yeah.
because Patty herself is very honest about
Yes.
it and says,
She's
"Look, I've
had
had
4 kids, yes.
and yes."
So she talks
So we're
about
not
it.
passing judgment on it. It was
Absolutely not.
fine.
No,
It's a
let's give her the right
perfectly
answer.
nice
we
thing.
We thought she was very attractive before,
And-
still attractive after. Whatever she wants to
And
do
if
with
she
her
didn't
boobs.
think it was stupid,
right, if she, right. We didn't think it was stupid. Now here she comes downstairs, and you've
So
seen
now-
some enhancements.
the plot in the story is that she's going to. Well, I mean, they know the story already.
Right.
Well,
But-
here's the thing is, production-wise, we covered her up in the first act. And now we revealed the true Patty Heaton that showed up.
Yes, but
that
in the
first
story, Deborah Barone is claiming she had a boob job.
That's right.
When in reality, she just has them pushed up.
Right. Pushed up and stuffed.
Where there might be a problem technically in this episode is later on in this episode when she pulls the socks out of there.
That's what it is.
Proving that
Socks
it's fake.
stuffed in her bra.
That she didn't really have a boob job for her husband because that's idiotic. She
is supposed to show
show these socks. These were the enhancement. But if you look closely in the next scene, you're going to see that those boobs really are as big as they were right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and that's why she quickly throws the robe on.
Yes.
You'll see that she throws the robe on. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but that's true.
But we thought we'd give you something to look out for, or a couple of things to look out for.
The thing that I've always liked about my wife's objection to boob jobs and stuff is she always says, well, you can't like those as much as real breasts because they're not real. Like, they are real. If you touch them, your hand doesn't pass right through. They're not imaginary.
If they fall in a forest,
they make a sound. Right, exactly. They're real. They're different. Listen, I don't always get orange juice, but I think Five Alive is a good product. That's citrusy. Yes. That's good.
Now, Doris.
Those are real.
To the best of our knowledge. But the guys we've hired to go in and tell us refuse to give us the answer.
Are we going to have to put like a rating on this
well,
commentary?
This episode would already be
M.
What is it, PG-14 or whatever they put on the for language.
Like
so this commentary is
actually funny. Yeah.
But we're not saying. Are we saying anything that's not suitable? Raymond gets everything.
Raymond gets everything. Yes.
We call Brad the human blow. I think we've talked about that before. The end of a scene is the blow.
Yeah.
And all he has to do is say anything and you get a laugh.
What do you think?
Yes, this is I don't believe it.
You know, we actually had the technical discussion of, well, how quickly could a person have a boob job?
Right.
But the truth is, the woman who actually inspired the story, who, by the way, has had her boobs reduced since that episode.
Yes.
Wait a minute. She went up and down?
The escalator went up.
She's going to miss him, though, and want him back. Like there was an actress who did. I forgot. Let's not mention who. You probably know.
They keep them, by the way. They keep them in a vault for 5 years until you make your decision final, and then you put them back in. So they know, they tag them, and you know.
Can't they just get like an inflatable thing that they just
they give you like a coat check?
The basketball that has the little pump that comes out. And
so this commentary really is an excuse for 3 comedy writers to make boob jokes. Because as if we didn't have enough in this show.
Here I am.
Ray throwing the luggage over the stairs.
Because I think we're going upstairs. Now here's where she's gonna prove how stupid.
Do you do your wristwatch here?
Do I take the watch off?
This tells you a little something about Raymond and his preparations, shall we say. This is really what you do. You make that face. That's the handsome face.
Watch, I guarantee. Yeah, you got to see.
I don't keep the watch on because there's one thing I don't want to do is time it.
Right. You don't want to.
But the socks are on like a bad 60s porno movie.
Well, I have feet trouble. You know that. I'm looking for my breath mint.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, I do have a breath mint, right? Yeah. Put a bunch in, and then I believe I rub
Try to get as much out of it as you can
on the tongue
in the time allowed.
Yeah.
And you see, there's Eddie throws in the closet, and you see.
Oh my goodness!
Look what's happened.
This was no sock accident.
Right. This is
high def TV.
This is right. This is why we decided to start shooting in high def.
But in reality, she's got socks in there.
You boys got very quiet all of a sudden.
I love this episode so much.
Can we turn the lights up in here a little?
I've always liked this episode.
And the thermostat? Really? I always get a little...
the question was, how fast could you get this done? And it's true, you can get them done very quickly.
Yeah, because I had gone away for 2 days in this episode, and I came back, and
look what
the boob fairy came.
It's better than getting the driveway sealed.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like... Well, it's like the Cat in the Hat. You know, they can fix all. They have all those little people that help build it.
And if the fish says one word, you just choke it to death.
This is a good episode. But
All
what
right.
else do you want to tell the people, Lou? Tell us about your background a little bit while we're
Lou
distracted here.
Started as a stand-up comic
Oh,
that I,
so
who I
seriously,
work
looking
with.
at Patty Heaton's rant.
Yeah, who wants to hear about that
no
now?
one cares about me and my little stand-up, my
they
silly make-em-ups.
They can always freeze frame and
Right.
yeah.
Raymond.
But Lou was a stand-up comedian
I was a stand-up
back in the
comedian.
'80s, right?
Yeah.
when
during
comedy ruled?
When comedy was funny.
Yeah.
We worked together. Lou and I worked together quite a few times.
Yes, we did.
And then when I came to the show, and Phil had assembled his writing staff,
Well,
you I hadn't heard of in years, and we went our separate ways, and there you were.
And
Well,
there
I
I
met
was.
Lou
Well, I knew
because
Phil.
Lou was an actor. We went from comedian to being an actor, right?
Right.
And we did a show I was a writer on called Down the Shore
I was
with
on
our
Fox.
friend
Right.
Alan Kirschenbaum that he created, and Lou was the star of that show.
So it was just.
I wasn't so much as the star as the voice of. I was the guy on every sitcom who said, "Did you ever stop to think?" or "Hey guys, did it ever occur to you?" While the
Yeah.
two funny guys got to be wacky.
Here
Nah,
goes
you were
Patty
funny,
taking
too.
her socks out.
Yeah, look.
Okay, now watch carefully. Here we go.
Socks.
The
are
socks come out, and the boobs stay the same size.
Well,
out. Right. So she's
Yeah,
not
I guess
now.
so.
She
Now,
quickly
so
puts on a robe.
we cover that with the robe, so that the audience won't notice that they stayed the same size.
I
But we
have-
apologize to you, audience, for cheating a little bit.
and you can get those socks on eBay. By the way, I have them.
I thought you kept them.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm going to put them on eBay.
Oh, good.
Actually, they're in a vault.
This is where it becomes, I think, not just a romp, but something that means a little more than just what could be a typical dumb male drooling
Yes.
episode.
Well, we always make it have a little.
Try to go somewhere smart with it.
little
and
bit of a.
She makes a case for
message.
the woman's body and how it functions in reality.
Yes, we even at our silliest, we'd like it to at least make some kind of point. There should be a reason for being.
It's also the point that allows you to come home to your wife when she watches it and she says, "Well, you see, you're not just an idiot because." And then I have to admit, well, I didn't think of that part. All I have was the
Yes, if we have
job part.
if we have Deborah say, these were not just for show; these were working breasts. If we have her say, then we've I think had the woman's point of view.
See,
Yes,
I
and-
never get that because my wife never watches the show. So
No, she doesn't like the lead.
But she gets she doesn't care for the actor. We get
his
that, too.
voice annoys her. She
We
says.
even go further with this because then Ray has to talk about how it feels for him to feel unattractive, and that's Ray. That's raw for you.
Jeez, come on.
That's a big topic.
I can't believe you never took the watch off.
If
in
the
this.
ugly shoe fits, you wear it. No, the watch stays on.
Usually, have you talked about the watch?
The Casio?
Yeah.
No.
By the way, probably the dirtiest joke we've ever had on the show was take two, and we stayed in.
Yeah.
She says, you might want to back up, and then you say,
You might want to back up.
Yes.
That's right.
yes.
We passed that already.
We did pass it, but I'm glad we passed it because it's filthy.
What about Ray? As Ray gets into bed, there's always a series of procedures he goes through. But my favorite is always when he takes off his watch. He always, he's gonna
Take the
get some
watch
action if he takes that wristwatch off and
and
puts
the
it on that
ring.
night table.
And the ring.
Yeah, the ring
Yeah. But that's also.
and the swim fins. Sometimes you don't see the fins.
But I keep the snorkel.
Yeah.
Well, that's business.
So, Lou, what
too.
did you do between Down the Shore, which ended in 92,
92.
to Raymond, which started in 96?
Well,
Were you a clown?
I was I worked with the big cats in the Circus Vargas. I did a couple of bad pilots. I started writing on a show that didn't last very long, but it got me a writing gig, and so then I was a writer evidently. And then I also I was on a pilot that was at one point called Sammy and Friends, and I replaced the poor actor who was fired, who was Sammy. And I did such a bad job as Sammy that by the time they edited the pilot, it was then named after the town that the pilot took place in. So I knew I was going to be fired because they'd removed all
name.
references to my character's
Yes.
name from the show.
Oh, boy.
They never did have to fire me because the show was bad and they didn't even pick it up. So that made me feel good.
So if you're an actor
Yeah,
and your name is in the title,
Yeah, if you're-
and they change the title to the name of the town, it doesn't look so
doesn't look good.
Yeah,
That's
no.
bad. Right. If this had been if Ray had shot the show Everybody Loves Raymond, and then the show was called Everybody Loves Lynbrook, bad news for you.
Yeah, but what about the show Two Guys and a Girl in a Pizza Place? They
Well, that was 2 guys, a girl, and Dave, and then Dave was replaced by Pizza Place. So that
I
guy-
think they
and
dropped
so-
the Pizza Place at the end.
I think they kept the pizza place and dropped the other people.
Eventually, that was called Two
Two Guys and a
eventually-
Girl.
Oh, right.
They dropped the Pizza Place. So how do you think the Pizza
How do you
Place?
think the Italians feel?
You got to call up the Pizza Place and tell them, listen, we're going in another direction.
Boy, this show goes on forever, don't you think?
Yeah.
No, it's
they
great.
all do
If you
that?
don't have 3 monkeys talking over it, it's actually enjoyable.
So what are you going to do now, Lou? The show's over. I mean, the people we've told the audience should know that we're watching this after we've wrapped
Right,
already.
but you need a butler, right?
I not only need a butler, I need someone to dress my butler.
That you could be.
I'm very busy with my charity work, of course.
I need
I work with a number of charities.
I need trampoline maintenance at my house.
Sure. I'm helping out with the kids. Oh, Ray with the
speaking
shirt
of
off.
boob
Rare.
Now let's see.
Speaking of
Yeah.
holy
Shit, do a
Look at
push-up.
this.
Look at
Oh, I
that.
just cursed.
Oh.
You're
I just
so
cursed.
never mind.
You're
I'm
all
sorry.
right.
You're so courageous.
This show
You're
was
so-
dead anyway.
Oh, you're
Do
so
a
brave.
push-up, a sit-up, and
Look
go to a
at
sun
you.
lamp
See, but we
factory.
figured, we've talked about women's
Oh, my
bodies.
God. And with the
So
socks
we thought it was
again
only
with the
fair
socks.
I got
that
feet
we
trouble.
we do
I got-
we make fun of the male anatomy a little bit.
Look at this.
And there's no finer specimen, I think, of
That's the Rock, baby.
yeah. Look at that.
Suck it up.
Oh yes.
Suck it up.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Oh,
see, I'm
that's
looking at
nice.
my-
Oh, we're
You got
excited.
a little bit of armpit hair.
Hey,
It's
I've had
there.
4 kids too, you know.
Did you shave your chest for this?
I did not. I'm pure smoothness.
Yeah, Ray's evolved. He doesn't need hair in his body like we do.
Women like that.
In theory.
Before we go, there's just one little thing that's at the end of this episode we wanted to tell you about.
Yes, this was the episode where we paid tribute to Richard Marion. He was my acting coach. They set me up with him when the show started, and he passed away over the summer and the hiatus, tragically. He was a great guy, and he helped all of us, actually. There he is.
Yeah.
And he helped actually, Peter, Doris, we all would work with him on the weekends, and he's a great guy. And he was, unfortunately, he didn't see we got nominated for an Emmy the next year. You know, it was unfortunate he wasn't there.
But he always loved breasts, and we felt that this was a fitting tribute.
Lou.
Thanks, Lou. Now get out of here.
Yeah.
Trying to be nice.
All right. See you at the next episode.